Gemini, welcome to your full moon energy read. What's up? What's going on? So, depending on where you are in the world, the full moon will be available to you March 25th, 24th, thereabouts. It will be under the sign of Libra, and it will be a lunar eclipse. Not only that, right? A couple weeks down the road after April 8th, new moon in Aries, total solar eclipse. Oh my. So many celestial influences, all beautiful. Seeing some amazing things for some folks. It's been quite the ride. That's why I personally enjoy full moon readings, but with all those extras, lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, it really kind of raises the stakes, if you will, in terms of energetic output, what I see, consequences, genuine feeling, genuine thought, spiritual practices, beliefs, etc., etc. It really does come out. So let's see what's going on for you, which reminds me, April 7th, Sunday check-in. I will do a solar eclipse check-in for that day. All right, what's going on? What's going on, please? Show me. Show me, Gemini, please, under the full moon. Show me, Gemini, please. Under the full moon. Show me, Gemini, please, under the full moon. I have to say, I'm still tickled by your last in-depth. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Your last Sunday check-in was also good. What's going on, please? Show me, Gemini. Show me, Gemini. Show me, Gemini. What's going on, please, for Gemini under the full moon? Like always, and regardless of what I see here today, take what resonates, leave what does not. There you go. And if there's more than one energy clearly apparent on this board today for you, then reverse those energies as you see fit. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not, but do keep in mind this is meant to be your reading. There you go. What's going on, please? 5 of Cups, Strength, 3 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 5 of Wands. Yeah. It's like you're going back and forth. Whatever it is I was connecting to, should I? There's something here that causes you a great deal of frustration. And as much as you would like to connect with it at the emotional level, you're also saying, ultimately, does this serve a purpose? Right at the heart of your reading is the 5 of Wands. What's crowning you is the 5 of Cups. There's upsetness. It doesn't seem to resolve. It doesn't seem to resolve. It doesn't seem to resolve. Strength, trying to show strength of will to keep at it, to keep showing it energetic goodwill, that you got this 3 of Cups. You can make whatever this is function, come together naturally, easy. It may not even be one person, guys. There's a lot of upset in there. There is something here about the lack of cohesiveness between yourself and at least someone else, possibly multiple persons. 8 of Cups, saying you choose not to participate at the emotional level. Don't take it personally. Walk away from it. It's not my fight, or I'm tired of fighting this. It's not for me to say. I don't want to participate, bare minimum. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with that 5 of Wands. At the heart of the reading, there's frustration here. Internal, external, and I'm saying it is both. Let's see that 5 of Wands, please. Show me that 5 of Wands. What is it that you feel that you are fighting for? Or that others are fighting you for? What's this 5 of Wands about? Show me this 5 of Wands. Show me this 5 of Wands. Show me that 5 of Wands. It's kind of like you're telling me, I don't know if I can keep fighting for this. Given what I've seen here today, the answer to me, love, looks like no. 2 of Wands, decision, 10 of Pentacles, stability, Knights of Cups. There's something here for which is causing you a great deal of frustration, but you keep saying, I'm going to consciously choose to love this. It's kind of like that. It's like, you can go ahead and fight me. That doesn't change who I am. I would rather have peace, stability, peace, to be a cohesive unit. So there is definitely more than one other thing in here today. And I'm not trying to relegate it to thing. What I'm saying is that you understand that keeping the peace is paramount to the foundation. So it kind of tells me that there's more than one stakeholder in this. Where you feel a frustrating element and you keep trying to show it love and peace and calmness and stability. It's like, I know how to choose. I choose stability. I choose to enforce the characteristics for which I know myself to be true, for what I stand upon. I choose to show love and vulnerability. I will continue to make these good choices. This is what I know to be true for me. So whatever it is you make an active choice, you're like, I do so in peace and in knowing who I am. I don't want to fight. I want there to be stability for everybody. Okay? So you're doing your level best to continue to show love, stability, and foundation principles towards a difficult construct. It looks like you're fighting for yourself in some way. But by showing love and a consistency of self, you ultimately win. Okay? So, you ultimately win, even if it doesn't play out the way you want. Keep that in mind. Okay? Let's see that Five of Cups. Let's see that Five of Cups. Let's see that Five of Cups, please. Cinnamon just came rolling through, and she's got her giraffe. She has a giraffe stuffy. That's a squeaker. And oh my goodness, she... I was like, wait, slow down, because she was headed towards the stairs like she's going to crash into something, but she stopped abruptly. There you go, you can hear it. I was like, oh Lord, there she goes with all that husky energy. Okay, Seven of Wands, Ten of Swords, Judgment. Okay. You know, I just see you standing by your character. It hurts. Especially after you tried to show whatever this is so much strength and goodwill. And my next piece of advice before we had that interruption there was that you need to know when to stop. You figured that out without me saying it. You need to know when to stop, though. If it doesn't show the same level of care and appreciation towards you, that's where your role is done. Okay? That's when you know when to stop, is when it doesn't give back. You present your most beautiful, vulnerable, honest self from a place of stability, making good decisions. And if you are still being met with rejection and constant kickback, you have your answer. Stop giving to it. And that's what you're doing. You're saying it hurts too much. You're literally telling me in every way possible, I did my best. I believe you. I think you did your best to stabilize a situation that doesn't seem to appreciate your presence, your character, or what you bring to the table in terms of emotional stability, love, and support. You try to show it character and consistency, and it seems to be rejected quite often. I don't know why. You would know best. That's going to come down to you as an individual Gemini, and it may not be your story. Sometimes you should be glad of that, annoying as it is. Check your other placements. Whatever this is keeps actively rejecting you. Despite all your best grace efforts, I think it's time you got to know when to go. How long it will take you, I don't know. But Seven of Wands, Ten of Swords, Judgment. I know that sounds, given the seriousness of this reading and the hearing the ridiculous of her squeaker toy. It helps lighten the situation, I think. Right now, I see you choosing to reject an ending. Okay, because you don't want to do that unless you absolutely have to. But like I said, you got to know when to stop, and I think you do. I think you do. But that same way that you tried to stand up for this, you also need to stand up for yourself too, and know when to call it quits. What if your best efforts are constantly rejected, and it just causes you more heartache and disappointment? Why would you set yourself up for that kind of failure? If you're not appreciated and loved for where you are, respected for you have your answer. It's just not the one you want. And I think you really did try to fit into this environment, to show up for it consistently and say, this is me, this is who I am. But for some reason, you're still being met with, well, maybe not your best efforts, Gemini, but I don't know. You still feel rejected by it despite your best. And that's I don't know what the situation is, honey, but that's no good. That's no good. Let's see strength, please. Show me strength. You know. Show me strength. Show me strength, show me strength, show me strength. Show me strength. The Hierophant, the Knights of Wands, the Knights of Swords. See, you're still showing me resolve to stick to this commitment. Again, I know you don't want to pull judgment on this, but at some point, you're going to switch from rejecting the idea of an ending to start standing up for yourself. So, honey, I respect your ideals. I do. I respect your ideals deeply. You have to know when to stand up and fight, but also you're standing up for, it doesn't mean that the efforts are being recognized or appreciated or wanted. I think you have beautiful elements in you that say pride and consistency and I love this, and no matter how much it's frustrating, I'm there too, I'm frustrated too, I'm still trying, and I won't pull a judgment on this. I won't do it unless I absolutely have to. So what happens when you get to that point when you're in that absolutely have to? It's one of those things, honey. You know what? I'm going to tell you what my old theater master instructor. I was in theater for years, musical theater, the whole thing. Huge dork, choir, everything. It's one of the reasons why my vocals to this day are so deep. It's been years and years of training. I'm going to tell you what they said. It's a great lesson. Everybody should learn it. Get off the stage before you get carried off. Know when your presence isn't welcome anymore. Because there's you fighting for your place on the stage when it seems like you're surrounded by a cast that doesn't want you there. It's some of the most brilliant advice I've ever heard because, like you can be a major player on that stage. You could be the main character. But if people are determined to see you as a villain or as an unwanted extra or a useless stagehand, then they will treat you as such despite your efforts. Get off the stage before you get carried off. I am very proud of the fact that you stood up for this and that you put your best into it and you mean it. But your best isn't being appreciated, and frankly, it's pissing me off. Get off the stage before you get carried off. Find a new stage. Find a new choir. Find a new theater troupe. One that sees this and they say, yes, you come on over here. We love you on this team. We would love to have you in our whatever, our production. Hell yes, look what you're bringing to the table. You make those kind of decisions over here, honey. You're welcome. You're stable as hell. Look at that. Look at that steady heart. Look at those steady decisions that you make. Look what you bring to the table. You come on over here, Gemini. You fit right in. That's what I want you to do. But you're choosing to focus on a commitment that doesn't seem to want you or cherish you or appreciate your efforts. Now, I don't know what that is, but you're showing me commitment as in terms of spiritual strength of will. I got to stay here because I said so. Careful with those decisions. Again, admirable unless your actions and intentions are not justified, appreciated, or experienced back, felt back. Like, I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep, I said so. At what cost to you? Keep this in mind, yes? 3 of Cups. Let's see that 3 of Cups. And it's a great point because you can be, honey, a major play, part of a major play, major production, and even the main cast. But if you're getting booed off the stage, regardless of your best efforts, why the hell would you want to stay? Take your talents elsewhere to a better stage and to a better class and group of people that know what the hell you're packing and bringing. Do not want to stay in something that does not want you in return. That's it. It's a tale as old as time. And take that stability, and there's nothing I can't work through with dedicated spirit and action. Take that to someone who wants it, or a situation that wants it, or an environment that wants it, or a career that wants it, or a husband or a wife that wants it. Okay, Queen of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. I know. Look at you. You're still trying to hang in there. Honey, you're still trying to hang in there. I can make this balance. I can bring it together. And now you're starting to lose enthusiasm, as you would, as one would expect. Three of Cups, guys, is the most basic function in terms of emotional connectivity. And when it's loose and it's fun, it's light, it's cool. But you're showing me this is a whole world I've signed up to, and that whole world doesn't seem to have much place for me. It should be a little bit more than a Three of Cups. That's really hard for you to balance at this point. You're starting to lose your focus and your inspiration to keep doing this, as one would expect. Let's see that Eight of Cups, please. Let's see that Eight of Cups. Let's see that Eight of Cups. Four of Pentacles, Temperance, the Five of Pentacles. You are exiting a little bit more every day, as I would expect. Your willingness to stay and keep holding on to this, hoping that it will work out. I'm glad. You're not asking for my opinion. I'm supposed to be here to read the cards, but in my opinion, I'm glad. Your time, energy, and effort can be better appreciated and adored and everything else like that elsewhere. Constant rejection is not a form of love, it's rejection. The constant failure to appreciate your efforts is rejection. It's just in a larger scale. Whatever stage you're on, I know you want it to be your stage. But it's not. I don't want you to be there. Not for their reasons. Because for some reason it doesn't fit you, but you really think it's supposed to. I applaud your efforts. Shift them into an arena that actually cares. That you show up to it. And that you try to give it the best of yourself every day. That's where I want you to be. I don't know why you're so fixated that this is it. This is your stage. This is your moment. No, it's not. Your moment is more than a moment. It's a lifetime that would have you back and love you back for who you are and what you do. Your willingness to hold on to this thins considerably at some point in the future. I see you with Temperance starting to resolve to let this go instead of hold on to it. Don't see that as a threat of an ending. See that as the beginning of your future. I admire your gung-ho spirit. I got this. I got this. Give that kind of energy to something that would feel the same about you if you were feeling like you weren't appreciated, etc. And they could prove it back to you instantly that you were incorrect. No, Gemini, what you do here is appreciated every day. And I'm sorry you ever felt like that for a second. We need you to stay. You're a critical piece in this story. We need you here. We can't do this play without you. That is what immediate correction looks like. I think Cinnamon agrees. Surrender to the divine or the full moon, which is upcoming. You will have a stronger indication of movement, flow, and what it is you're supposed to do soon. Okay? The answers you need are coming. As I said, full moon in you. Okay? Full moon in Gemini. And expect powerful change. Yeah, like I said, this is the portal we were talking about. All right? for April 8th. Again, once more, the lunar eclipse is March 25th, and that's under the full moon. The total solar eclipse is under the new moon in Aries, April 8th. This is all happening now. The answers will come to you with insight soon. Okay? Oh my goodness, things are just kicking off now. It's interesting when I started the readings today, there was so much heavy overcast. It looked completely different. Now the sun's out. A little bit of light goes a long way, you know? How can you not smile at a husky that's completely lost in play? Just completely lost in play. I mean, it's so sweet. And you hear those fussy background noises. It's like, yeah, I got this. Right now, I know you're saying an absence of choice or indecision. That's not true. You chose to keep giving your best, even though your best isn't appreciated. That is a choice. Okay. I know it's very common to see investment theory. I put so much of myself into this, ergo I got to keep doing it. And maybe they'll appreciate me more in time. That very rarely is the case. If they didn't, or they lost sight of their appreciation, you still have an answer. Okay. But I respect the choices you tried to make in moving this forward. Some of you will be going on a journey relatively soon. I want you to take it and help clear up your thoughts. But I know what the direction you meant this to move forward in. And I still don't quite know what it is. It seems to be a multifaceted environment. Okay. The old man. Okay. In reverse. In the upright, it kind of stands for this old man kind of thinking here that this is my lot in life. This is the garden I have to tend indefinitely for the rest of my years. Oh, that's not true. Don't be trapped by that thinking that I'm too old to change. Or, no, that same spirit you had to double down and keep giving this the best of your attentions and directions. That is someone who has not accepted their lot in life. But you thought you had to focus all of it in that one direction. Okay, that's not true. The old man's got some life in him yet. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we have time. Oh, really? Huh. Yours is very short, probably one of the shortest, and it felt very long to me. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. I know. Instinctually, you're doing what feels correct to you. I know that. I get it. You're clearly someone who prides themselves on, this is how it is. This is what I stood up for. This is what I'm part of. I know that. And Lay of the Land 34, rising higher to actually see below. Ancestral wisdom. I know that your ancestors, parents, grandparents, somebody told you, okay, when in doubt, look at everything that's before you. That's what you stick to, right? That's your lot. That's your land. Tend to it. Okay. What happens when you tend to that lot and it doesn't yield anything? It's barren, or it's undervalued, or underappreciated how much work goes into it. Ancestral wisdom is meant to guide us. It's not an absolute. If somebody told you, said, you signed up to this 20 years ago, you got to stick to it no matter how much it beats you down or breaks your back, I know they meant well, and perhaps that worked for them, but I'd also be very curious. She looked at me like, what? I would also be very curious about their advice as it applies to your situation. Which for them, it worked for them, but perhaps not so much for you. Number 34. Stars in the sky, the limitless possibility. 51, that's what I'm saying. Don't throw in the towel, honey. Don't throw in the towel. Don't limit to yourself to what you've seen and trained yourself to see indefinitely just this. That's somebody else's way of thinking. It's not necessarily yours. You still have possibilities before you. You are not this person who has to just accept their lot in life. I strongly disagree, and so does Spirit. 51. There's something else in there that calls too. I know it does. Okay. We have the letters B, K, the cat's in reverse. No sign of intuition here today. We also have the medallions of, what is this one? It's the Pisces. It's in the reverse. It says intuitive. You have the intuition, but you're not accessing it. And I think that you are being overgiving here. We have the medallion of Leo, but again, it's in the reverse with their keyword being generous. I feel like you're not listening to yourself enough at all. You're being very ungenerous to yourself. Okay. You shouldn't have to work this hard to prove your value in an environment that is meant for you. I should be seeing equal measures of give and take principles here. And your willingness to keep balancing with this is really starting to decline, more so in future. I know that's a hard ending, but I actually see it as your beginning. Particularly breaking you out of this thinking that this is how it is, and that's how it has to be. No. Strongly disagree. Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.